It caused a few problems early, and the rest of her teammates are behind her as well. So maybe something to be said of these Jobarettas early on. And Starix getting cleared out with the back of the B side. Not a single kill on that B defense. And that's the bomb going down. So Team Buster, 4v4, it has to happen. But the problem is, look at Pimp. He's in on the flank. He's right behind them all.
Now that could be massive here. Oh, and Anna even snipes with the Glock. She's just going to keep them at bay, buy time. Twist is still looking to do damage, though.
Yeah, Pimp has not really made this flank work at all. His teammates really needed to do a lot more inside of the site, but 23 comes in. The lovely double in the Jobarettas, and Retro just domes Pimp.
Wow, I thought that Pimp was just going to be as quiet as possible on the flank and get himself into a really good position. Yeah, but I think he was a bit... Players on the site went down too quickly, so he couldn't really get it going. This was looking really difficult for the CTs.
Pistol with the USP, it feels like. And 23 with a lovely double there, so everyone chiming in apart from Starix. Good kill from Barry through the smoke, and that's Twist down very early. So this is a great chance for Ohnepixel side to get off to a good start in round 2 as Nexa makes his way up mid and trades out onto Buster.
And as soon as you get that A long kill, it opens up a lot of the map. 23 not looking the right way. Ohnepixel will take that all day long. And now it's a 4v2 in favor of the T's on the 4 and they're just going to turn it round in an instant.
Yeah, well, that's crumbled. That's apple crumble right there. That's Retro left alone, saving his M4A4. Twist dies first, and I think just the speed up middle there from Nexa, making sure that that trade goes on to Barry. Barry didn't drop back from his initial position. 23 goes on a bit of an excursion through the apartments and just shows what kind of game Counter-Strike is. That, you know, if you look at the wrong way, a player like Ohnepixel can take someone down like 23. So P250 swiftly upgraded, and we'll have a 1-to-1 scoreline. Split down the middle right away.
We'll definitely be keeping an eye on those CT positions because Twist right there in that round was playing Banana. I think that can work.
I mean, now, the problem is here, they don't have a lot of utility. And playing the CT side of Inferno with lack of utility is often a death sentence. So they're going to see what they can muster together on that B side, leaving a few extra pieces for that B player, and maybe play a bit more of a gamble setup. You know, send a few extra players towards A. And that's what they're doing right now. They've sent 2 players extra onto this A side.
This is almost reminiscent of some of the pro CS rounds where teams will start with 3 on B, try and maybe get some map control, try and maybe force the opponents away from Banana, and then rotate back to A. The only difference is this time, the CTs don't have that full Banana control. They have put some presence there early. Looks like Ohnepixel's team might be falling into the trap right now. They're starting to lean towards A. You've got a 4-man stack with even Twists in position. You've got to think Buster's team will like their chances here.
Buster goes ahead alongside Twists. 2 kills collected, no issue. Pimp able to get involved too, so it extends them further into the advantageous position as a 2 versus 1 picked up. Barry's got to go drop into the pit, leaving Retro. They have to come back from B site, and it's just fallen apart really for the defense there. And Retro doesn't have much to work with here. He has no kit on his back, he has no utility here, and he's got to deal with a really difficult post-plant setup. Once you get a couple of players into the pit, it's really hard to force that out, and if they're in tandem with the apartments player, it's just impossible. And Barry doesn't even...
Again, try and get active in this round. Buster took the initial contact from long, then Twist tried to peek from short. They tried to going in from the T's, though, trying to make sure that peek won't come into them. And a molly from Barry as well, so gives the CT something to consider. It's like these defaults for Team Ohnepixel are the aim of the game early on, and their utility's been pretty good at just making sure the CTs don't get that many options early. See if they're ready for the double stack, though.
Here comes Barry around the corner, and they are not ready for much there. Retro and Twist take them down. And again, that smoke shoot signal, there could be a player at the sandbags, but Nexa didn't see any trajectory as to where that smoke came from, so he's not thinking about the sandbags until now. He will start to read this. 23 will not get the opportunity to take down Nexa just yet, but if she creeps around the half wall, would see Nexa, but realizes now they're going elsewhere. Starix moves down mid. This is an important fight for him to win, and Nexa actually took him down. So that's unbelievable. That's just opened up the A site entirely. 23 will pick up the AWP. She's half HP and so far away from the A site, so there's no real chance at winning this, so she'll save it into the next one. And that's going to be 6 rounds in a row now on the T side.
Yeah, they're doing a really solid job after the opening exchanges of these rounds at figuring out where they can pick apart the holes on the CT side, where they can find those weaknesses. Looked like a pretty solid start for Team Buster, but I think Twists repeaked him to Banana, not 100% ready for the fight. Once he went down, it left them in a precarious position. 23 will just look to save this AWP. It's been pretty solid, systematic play from Team Ohnepixel right here. You know, obviously Nex is having a really good game for himself. But the overall team play, the cohesion has been solid, as you always need on the T side of Inferno.
Somewhat, if they're able to pick up this round and turn the tides. Here they go, getting aggressive. A bit of a different look in towards the B defense. They're going to go aggressive down Banana, realizing the lack of utility has to be made up for maybe some presence. But look at this. Nex is already up short, and he knows the StarX is on the balcony, and it's an easy Nexa. He'll continue to move towards the site, but takes a fight with Buster and actually loses it. And an overextension into the open from Anna exposes her to Twist's AWP. So that's going to cost them the advantage in the player count, but there's still plenty of time left here for the T side, but they've lost the bomb, so there's really only one option, and it is to go to A side.
Oh, Barry has at least got that kill back on Banana. But yeah, like you were saying, that bomb is so far up short. You have to commit towards A. I thought we might see some more utility from Team Ohnepixel as they approached that A site once they got that pick. But didn't really use their utility effectively initially. Now they're going to use some utility, but Twist is still here with the AWP.
Yeah, great kill there from Twist, and he wants a little bit more. He's going to stay back in the pit, and he knows if he just sits here, they have to come to him. The bomb is there, and he's got 2 players inside of the site above him in that sort of tower of rifles. It's just looking so good for Buster's side to take this round. Simple tries best to force Twists down to low health, but you'll never really take him out with the utility just yet. And they realize we can't really get back into the site here. They're probably stacking around that bomb, and they're going to start to flee the scene to save the Evans. And finally, Team Buster pick up a round again. It's been a while. 6 in a row go on Pixel's way before the streak is brought to an end.
I think you can see Nexa was hoping own read on the game would be effective once he got that pick up through short. But Buster come to them early instead of forcing it like Nexa went for in that round.
Yeah, I like the idea for Nexa because they haven't really built up a great economy on the CT side, so he probably suspects they have a lack of utility. Probably going to be a few gaps you can get through. It did work for a while, but he is again being the playmaker. He's the player looking for space and information. He's quite quick about this. He's already at the end of the apartment's hallway and nearly gets his chance, but it's actually drawn StarX into the apartment. He wants to flash peek in. Great play, great reaction there from StarX. Good quick flash from Buster, and Nexa goes down.
That's so solid. I thought Buster might get caught. Oh, wow. Retro just got destroyed.
Well, StarX just continued to move forward and try to pick up the pieces here. Pimp's gone down in the apartments, and we're down to 3 players here for Ohnepixel's side. 55 seconds. Bomb still trying to commit in towards B. Barry's got across the pool, but there's a player wide in the open, and 23 will happily collect the life of Ohnepixel. Anna gets caught too by Twists, and Barry does his best.
Thing. Sometimes the communication is going to cost you a second or 2 there, and then maybe Nexa would have got away. Really nice round from StarX. Still plenty of cash on the Ohnepixel side, though. And again, not so easy for Twist to get involved with that. Or you saw in the previous round, he was just stuck behind smokes on B. Even the basic utility on Inferno can be pretty effective at denying that.
Twist just waiting. Biding his time, and eventually looks like he should at least get one here. Goes to the open, sees the arm, sees the peak, sees it that there he goes down quickly. Pimp able to trade. 55 seconds, we've headed under 1 minute left, and Retro didn't have the best of times in the previous round. It's hanging around that smoke. It has faded away now. And just as the smoke fades, so do Ohnepixel from that B bomb side. They're going back to middle. They want to set their attention to this A site, and there is 2 CTs here. StarX, the first warning system. Those of Ohnepixel just jumping up middle, and Pip's turn to try and strike from apartments. He has put Buster under a lot of pressure, and will bring down the alt player. Now the T's have the site.
Bomb planted safe at the back of the bomb site. A smoke onto long is going to make it really tricky for Team Buster to get back into this one. They've got to run all the way around to short. That's going to buy extra time, and there's still these crossfires from Team Ohnepixel that look really solid.
I think, Buster, the longer you take to start the retake attempt, the more you have to save, the more you have to call it off. And with Twist going down straight away to Pimp, it's all but over
on this first half. Twist has finally switched up his position, orbiting in the apartments. Incendiary gives away that he's round the corner. He actually might have been better off just holding and waiting for a peek to come his way. But unfortunately, that option won't arise for him. And again, it's this similar default from Team Ohnepixel. Couple on banana, couple towards A. Happy to run down the clock early, probe across the map, see if they can find an opener, but it's StarX who's able to get one again, but Ohnepixel there for the solid trade. And now the CTs adjust their setup slightly.
It's going to be Retro right beside Barry, and here comes the smoke. Does he play in front of the smoke? They actually trade positions. Barry goes through the CT smoke, quickly trying to get it him behind Twist, and I don't think the information's been passed on. Twist hasn't looked back. Instead, he's actually repositioned to dark. Position is still good, but they're going to let Barry play. They're going to let him cook. We'll see what he's able to find in this position. 5 seconds. He's got to go eventually, but he's worried about going through the CT smoke. Gonna phase it, catches 23 at first oranges, and has to realize the AWP is dark. Barry has killed one, but can he get rid of Twist? He will eventually, but Retro, oh! Lovely shots on the Deagle. And this might be the saving grace as we hit 8 seconds left. He knows he can just deny the plant.
It's on both sides. Buster could bring back this round. They could actually put together a decent CT side. That aggression gets caught out early though. Barry spraying through the smoke.
Yeah, good work, and the UMP is not the best weapon to be holding off multiple players here, so if Buster is to be put under a lot of pressure, I don't know if he gets away with his life. Smoke at the end of the hallway. Pimp actually has a bit of a gap to play with at the bottom of it. And Barry's going to be assisting him in asserting dominance inside of the apartments. But no one really challenging. Could be a fight that goes the CT's way. Just looking at Twist position, you just see, oh, should be good enough. A leg shot. Ohnepixel at least gets a warning and decides not to go into banana.
Cool, back
There's
to
a quick
A.
rotation. Up banana through middle, but it is the attack now into the site. StarX needs to deliver because his teammate inside of the site only got nothing. So StarX and Twist the Retro have started to make that rotation over. Twist will catch Ohnepixel looking the wrong way, but Barry will make quick work of his teammate, leaving Twist with an AWP in a 1 versus 3, and he realizes it's a safe call. There's no way he's pulling this one off.
Well, looks like he might stick around, but I don't really see him going for this. And I think he also is just seeing if anyone tries to hunt him. Team Ohnepixel just doing a solid job at grouping at the right time, trying to overwhelm those bomb sites quickly. The rotate's not always easy on Inferno, and obviously the retakes are even more difficult. So an 8-4 lead about to be confirmed for the T side. While we have a moment, I want to give a thank you to 1xBet for making...
And could get even better for them. We'll have to wait and see. Round 13. Gap there, but Twist got blinded, so he didn't see the player cross to the other side of the smoke, and they're looking for this boost. And okay, Barry.
Well, he spotted the boost eventually.
He did,
after looking for it.
If that was his only goal, yeah, well, he did it.
Now they know that Twist's AWP is on B, but they look like they're still coming into this position. Maybe they thought that Twist would try and reposition himself, try and get involved elsewhere. There are some flashes on the team Ohnepixel side too, so if that utility is solid, it's still going to be tricky for Twist on the hold.
Yeah, Twist will see what he can pull off here, but he's going to be under a lot of pressure, and I think actually he got caught in the wall as he tried to fall back. So Twist gets one, gets traded, and Buster falls very quickly after, leaving just pistols in this 3 versus 3. Now, Retro has found a weapon on the ground, scours the battlefield, and finds at least a small spoil. He's got to find a bit more than that. Going to really get the most out of this M4, and he's going to head his way in towards the B site. 2 players doubled up in dark. One can die, and the other one just will be unchecked. And there's the peek from Ana. Now Nexus swings. Good team.
To be pretty heavy favorites to win that one. Twist still did a decent job.
Well, the CTs are pretty sparse in utilities, so they're going to be actually playing quite a passive setup. Maybe relying again here on Twist's ability to try and do something with his AWP. But if Ohnepixel side just draw the utility out, it's going to be a pretty free bomb site to head into. Another smoke comes out here from Team Buster. Retro forced out of position. His health starting to dwindle, and Twist is ready for a potential boost over the smoke. He's read every single boost, and again gets his reward. It's Nexa that falls off the top of the tower, and we head into the 55-second mark, and a turn of the heels as Pixel side begin to make their way up middle.
Ooh, different position from StarX. Let's the first man go.
Just one from StarX from the boost. And able to trade 1 for 1.
It's a nice angle 23's holding from Pit as they cross to the site. It's going to be hard for them to clear. She gets 1 for free. She gets 2, and Buster's still waiting. Him unable to find.
They feel like, okay, if the AWP is there, found the pig, let's just barrel back as the team and try and death ball this A defense. And they were right. Free kill required. So great work done. Last round of the first half coming up, and Team Buster obviously looking for this 6th round if possible. And it is a weekend purchase here from Ohnepixel. They have found an upgraded weapon thanks to the initial kill, but Retro asserting some control down. Banana has come away with the first kill for his team and has traded it out of the 4v4.
That was some great utility to counter the top mid aggression. StarX caught out in the open from the second mid push, and it gives Team Ohnepixel a much better chance in the round. You can see the CTs on the minimap trying to play their buddy systems, but they've only got 2 on both bomb sites. If Ohnepixel group up, they actually have a pretty decent chance at trading onto a site itself. And now with that banana control in hand, Team Buster decide to bring another reinforcement over to A. And it might be at just the right time because the push looks like it's about to come through any second.
Yeah, this position for Twist, it's really committed. And if he misses the first shot, well, he's surely going to die. And Nexa will take him out. Buster finds Pimp. At least the kills are back and forth, but this time extending is Nexa's side. And they charge in towards the A bomb site. Buster solo gets caught with a flash, and Nexa gets a 4th kill. He's on for the ace here. He's on for all 5. And Retro's coming back in. Last round of this half must attempt the retake. But it's looking good for Nexa to try and close this. Ana is the player that finds the kill, though, prevents the ace from happening, and closes Retro for a 10th round on Ohnepixel's board.
Opportunity. 10-5 at the half. Team Ohnepixel now big favorites on your 1xbet odds. We'll see if they can keep it up into their CT side.
They shifted those odds nicely from the beginning of this game. Barry's got a lot of ground very quickly. He can begin his flank. He does require his teammates on the B bomb site to be able to hold on, because it is going to be this full B attack coming out from Team Buster. Ohnepixel readies himself for first oranges. Ana's made the rotation over. Look at this. They've got them completely trapped. Every single CT is ready for this B play. Barry's flank has been spotted, but he still gets a pick. Ana able to deliver one, and this pistol is falling apart before it really even begun. Twist also falls, meets the same fate without a single kill. And I mentioned in the first set, making this tournament possible, you can find all relevant 1x fan of the Twitch channel that you're currently watching. You can also get involved using the exclamation points commands in the chat. You can do exclamation point sponsor. 4 rounds away from victory here on the CT side of Inferno.
This is speedy.
If you are tuning in and you've been watching the tournament, this is a best of 3 now, not the best of 1s.
Instant call into top mid for Team Buster. Here on this first map, they really need this round to have a chance to come back into Inferno. Good trade initially, and Starix over in the apartments, making his presence felt. The MP9 not successful in pit this time. This should be a bomb plant, and this should be a very difficult retake for the CTs. And I think they know it. I think this is the tough thing for the pro players on Inferno. You know how hard those retakes are. So you don't even get a chance for Nexa to get involved in this round. And well, when he does get involved, he just gets completely done by Starix. Oh, get away from that bomb buster. Get away.
Yeah, get away. Ooh, Starix on 3.
Not even giving Nexa one of the big guns. Pimp happy to take it. Some great movement to get that angle into mid. And a freebie early in the round from Pimp. Oh, and some decent nade damage too.
Into the apartments, 23 prevents Ohnepixel from getting that MP9. Making quick work of her. Smoke is into top middle. Just taking the time here on the T side. They've sent a fake smoke out towards A just to cover off pit, try and disallow information. With that smoke up into mid, they could be gathering that, but it is going to be an empty B bomb site here, Hawker. They realize they're not coming A, so they have to run back. The race is back on, but they didn't go quick enough. So there will be a rotation here in time, surely.
Yeah, Barry's even going to get over to Coffins. They've taken so long on this execute. The smoke will come in, but he can peek before it. And now they've got a much better chance on this retake. Oh, a small gap in that smoke. Almost got punished. Team Buster will get onto the bomb site. They will just about get that bomb down.
Yeah, good kill from Buster. And that's the bomb all down, ticking away. Good kill from Starix. Nexa removed, and this retake really isn't getting going. Even though it started with Pimp's immediate kill down middle. The T's make a perfect round. Manip defense to make the rotations exactly how they wanted them. And Ohnepixel's side, they have a round loss yet again. And it's getting to the point now where their economy is affected very badly. You can see there's not a lot of money left over. Maybe Pimp and Barry can save these 2 weapons, but even that isn't completely locked in because Starix is over here towards A. And he could remove one of these. Even one rifle is massive because they don't have a lot of money at all. And Pimp's got a fight. He just wants to keep his gun. And he actually gets away with it. At least that's something.
Oh, there was that gap in the smoke. Axes aren't ready for them. But in this round, he's just got the P250. So I guess we're going to have to mainly look at Barry. He's also had a pretty solid game for himself. Oh, we probably heard that jump. Retro, well, just wins the fight anyway. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Retro, good kill. He's actually had a few shots. I think he's improved throughout the tournament, bringing a little bit more comfort. Warming up in this kind of environment. Obviously had a big deagle round earlier on. He's been caught this time by Pimp. Pimp gets away with an AK in the hallways. So he'll pick up that AK that Barry once had.
Oh, a big rotate coming in from Team Ohnepixel. I think they're leaving the 1 AK they have on A and hoping the pistols could do enough against this B play, but these are some pretty weak pistols. Would not be easy to lock this down. I feel like when Twist is still alive, this boost shouldn't go overlooked here. Oh, they have overlooked it.
Actually, it hasn't been checked. They've just kind of let that go, and Nexa gets something from it. Starix is gone, but 23 makes a quick double, and Twist able to help out. So just Pimp with an AK. He's actually barreling back towards Speedway, but surely he doesn't get anything from this. Might just be beneficial just to save the AK-47 here, but he's hanging around looking to inflict some economic damage. Yeah, we'll get the bomb down eventually. He's reading a potential flank here from Buster, but Twist just shows sharp, good positioning. We already discussed in the first half how difficult it can be when you don't have the utility on the CT side to put up a good fight. Here the Ohnepixel goes. Playing from pit. Has got decent setup with Pimp who can adjust, but Ohnepixel needed to get at least one there. That's going to force Pimp to look back. He's going to drop down. Sound cue's being heard as well. Starks is baiting into looking for him, and Pimp at the ready needs a second and only gets one. Buster fights him from the pit, and Retro decides to throw a smoke in the open and ends up getting punished by Nexa. I think he's learned the hard way. He can't really get away with that against the player of Nexa's caliber. And he's punished, put into the 3 versus 3. But remember, Buster's still in the pit for the tees here. And Nexa's trying to get back over the top of the graveyard. He's come into position and just about gets away with it with the FAMAS.
Every single CT has rotated over to A. And Team Buster still coming in this direction. Anna able to get one. 23 will pick up the bomb. Oh no, she hasn't got a gun out right now. Figures he's going to get his timing window to get a kill. And then he even sneaks back into the bomb site. Takes that all-important fight in the pit point. Being 13-8 down, they really need to win this one.
Here comes Buster. Oh, it's such a difficult setup to try and break apart here. Buster and Starix must remove Ohnepixel and Pimp from the apartments. Ohnepixel actually gets away with both of them. That's massive from the MP9. Pimp actually works out as the better player there, even with a better weapon. Ohnepixel will upgrade into the AK-47. Barry swings into the fight, but ends up getting caught for the flash. He goes for the smoke for the second time. This time he gets his kill, but he was the only B player. So the rotation is coming back, but in doing that play, he's actually, yes, giving them the player advantage, but giving up the site quite easily. So the bomb is going to go down, and it comes down to this retake attempt from the rotation.
This is where Twist has a great chance in the post plant. With that AWP, he can just hold angles, and that's what he's been so good at. Oh, and a great shot from 23. Takes Nexa out of there and gives them an even better chance of holding this.
Yeah, it's really hard to see a world in which the 2 sharpest players for Team Buster lose to Anna and Ohnepixel here. Twist just gets away with a double from the back form of Nexa. So great work again. I thought this was massive from Ohnepixel. Big performance from him. And then 23, that's the kill that kind of seals it for me.
That's always going to be dangerous. And this Mag 7 up close could still be scary. Oh, the jump shots.
Okay, very lovely double from the Swag 7. And that's where it can be so good. I mean, I mentioned a couple of days ago when you asked whether or not the Mag 7 was ever a meta, and I said that Ships always plays it. Well, that's the position he has his most famous clips from. Half wall can be very good for the Mag 7. Buster, Anna with a spin, P250 to the dome. Luckily 23 able to come back with the kill before it gets too far out of hand, but it's Barry with a very winnable 1 versus 2. Spots the player leaping from the balcony. I think that was his best chance to win this round, was taking that first kill, but don't count him out of it just yet. 2 already in the round. Needs to double up. Looks towards the site. 23 in a good position. Creeping closer with the rifle. And Barry's just being held back right now. Every second wasted is a step closer to losing.
1 pro on the team. Be playing sandbags with that SMG and letting Barry take first contact with the AWP.
Well, Barry will do that. Twist gets taken out by Barry's AWP. Barry's reloading, nearly gets caught while reloading. There was a peek coming in from Starix. Barry's just trying to pull attention away again. If he does a good job staying alive, dropping back, he can set up Nexa. Nexa will be set up for just 1 kill on the MP9, which means more pressure here for Barry. He's under a lot of pressure. Flash goes in. Barry unable to get a single kill. He's just being battered. And finally, wallbang through the smoke onto 23. And Anna leaps up on Barry's head to the boost position and removes Buster. It's now just down to Retro, and yes, he's had a few moments, but this is so much to ask of him. A 1 versus 4 with 45 seconds left. And the bomb not in his possession. He needs to go back over towards CT spawn to pick that up. And now they know where he's coming from. Maybe he can get this first. And no, not even that. Barry with the round MVP.
With those spams with the AWP with just 5 bullets, but it worked out, and now a fast play ready for Team Buster.
Yeah, very fast coming up towards the top of Banana. Looking to lay out the Lords. Nexa with the first twists. Again, removes the pro player on the other side of things. So pro for pro. And now Barry, again, turns out he's the pro. Lovely shots from Barry. He might even get more. Finally overwhelmed. Twists will make sure that he's splattered against the CT wall. But Ana comes over on the rotation. There's so many more forces arriving here that it is very difficult to see a world in which Buster even does anything in this round. He brings out the AWP. A lovely shot. Ana swings, thinking that she had the kill locked in, but Buster had quick enough reactions to relocate his crosshair in time, and he's actually managed to slip away with the bomb in his back. So he could go all the way to the A bomb site here, and perhaps this round is now on Hawker.
Could be doable. Seen Buster come through with some big clutches already in this tournament, and he's going to set himself up decently well. He's hoping he can cut off a rotation, but Ohnepixel went through in a different angle, and now Ohnepixel gets the chance to sneak up, but the shot lands, and that's just a warning shot, luckily for Ohnepixel. He'll fall back, he'll wait for his teammate, as Buster looks for those fights from the site with that AWP.
Oh, here we go, Buster. Can he do it? Misses the shot again. Now he's under so much pressure, but the close shot is good. And now it's just Pimp versus Buster. And Pimp takes a deep breath, puts the brakes on, and doesn't commit into the same position. Just lets the next move come from Buster, and Pimp will at least recover. That is now 15 rounds for the side of Ohnepixel. 1 away from securing map number.
It's a bit unfortunate for Buster that that first shot onto Ohnepixel doesn't get the clean kill. I think it was through the box that he just did damage to Ohnepixel. The first map of this best of 3 looking good for the CTs right now. Hannah only able to land the leg initially, and the push comes in. Twist actually gets the opener on Banana.
Yeah, Twists. Good opening. And this could keep them alive if they're able to convert this, but Twist, not the player you want to be low. Not the player you want to be taken out at this point of the round. The one that's got you into a wonderful position, but Ohnepixel, how good has he been this time? Not able to make that MP9 in the apartments work out, and Retro chiming in. Seems like we're not done just yet. And actually getting Retro's life. Looking to try and change that fact, looking to try and deliver in the most unlikely of fashions, but teammate not alongside him, so they're gonna just back away from this. Once you lose that A site, they know how hard it is to retake, and they're just gonna go ahead and save their weapons for another day. So not bad here from Team Buster. Good start from Twist to the round, and obviously that apartments fight is very important, and Buster is able to pick it up.
This game has turned into such a scrap as we've gone later and later into it. Pimp able to land an expected shot at range with that AWP. And it looks like they will be fine to hold on to these 2 guns. Leaves them with maybe just enough money. Close now. Pimp's going to go aggressive with that AWP. Oh, he's full blind. What a flash from Twists.
Yeah, just very, very strange to see Pimp get caught like that and overrun. So really good work to remove Pimp. And as you said, getting aggressive, putting the AWP in a position where, you know, it's high risk, but high reward if it pays off. And Ana swings. Starek stops that CT aggression too. So Ohnepixel have employed some aggression at the beginning of this round, and it hasn't really worked out for them. Barry's usually been reliable, but runs out of ammo this time. Gets 1. That's all he finds. And that's not going to be enough to keep this round competitive, as it's now just Ohnepixel left into the 1 versus 3 with a 5-7 on the other side of the map. Maybe he can scavenge another weapon, maybe he can grab this AK and then get away to the save, but I guess with the M4A4, that's the weapon that you'll just be happy collecting instead of leaving the archway, exposing yourself to potential death and hazards. And so we'll take this M4A4 over towards B, lock that in for the next round, and concede a 12th. So we're now looking at 15-12. 3 rounds away from overtime. It's been pretty good team play across the board today. I mean, you look at the fact that 4 players aren't really that far apart. Usually we call this the Twist show, but Well, like 2 kill difference between.
Yeah, it oftentimes has to go that way on Inferno. Feels like you've got to have a fair few players showing up.
He's over towards library, and so we'll see if he's able to get back to A in time. He feels like it's gonna be quite a heavy gamble over here. That's Buster just defaulting.
Some top mid utility, but no commitment from the T's. Instead, happy with their banana control. They've deployed one smoke of their own towards B, which has baited out another smoke from Barry. But he's been given a couple of smokes to work with. He's still got another that he's just picked up to try and delay things further. And look at the aggression. Ohnepixel's realized second mid's clear. They're going to rotate over to B. And another smoke to slow this push down. Whoa, what is that from Barry? Straight through the smoke.
Yeah, great kill from Barry. Unfortunately, Twist does one better. In fact, he does 3 better. Lovely shots from the Deagle yet again as he strikes and erupts with absolute fury over the defense. And it's just Ohnepixel left. Once again with the 5-7 on the other side of the map. We've seen this a few times and never ever has it led to anything. So 13 rounds picked up for Team Buster. And it's just an absolute pleasure to watch Twist.
It's just so ridiculous with the Deagle. Shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, you know, it's like he's mastered sprite control on a Deagle.
Yeah.
Just how quickly he can reset and find the next kill. It's just mental. Well, Retro. Oh, that one was for his 10th. Could have reached double figures with that one, but Ohnepixel's got ahead. Taking 2 kills. I think he's pretty happy with himself, but of course, for his 4th kill of the round. Here's Barry's pick through the smoke. You mentioned earlier, Hawker, but this was delightful.
How can you even put your mouse further?
The whole site, 1-man army just spinning. Retro.
Completely crazy.
I mean, Retro's had a big round, so I think, you know, no one's going to remember his performance here because the stats are his nail TV. But what they will remember is that one clip with the Deagle. So Retro's actually got it down, I think. He's figured out the algorithm. He had a big highlight, and everybody thinks he had a good game.
Oh, this might be an attempted bait and switch. They've got the MP9. They've got good focus on the apartments here. Now, Ohnepixel looks like he's going to swing. Almost gets his opportunity. But it's still a 3v2. It's still a fantastic opportunity for Team Ohnepixel to close this map. Look at this. They're second-guessing themselves, though. They're leaving Pimp alone on A.
Well, if there's a player you can trust, often it would be Pimp, but he hasn't had the best of games here. Maybe this is the moment to strike and for his team the win from the pit. Once again, Twist's left in this situation, the sharpest tool in the shed, and he comes out immediately. Pimp blunts him, and now he looks for the second. It is just Starek top balcony, and Pimp is buying time. His teammates are rotating over, but Pimp might just get this final kill. He doesn't. Starek takes him out. It is down to the rotation now of Nexa and Anna. Was the 3 best players left alive for Ohnepixel in this position. Now down 15 seconds left. Starks makes his way to the site. Anna has tracked him into positions. He's close and starts to run him down. Starks is dead to right here. He's so low. Next is actually the player that gets the kill. And his team will take map number 1 of the semi-finals.
Nice competitive map all in all, but Team Ohnepixel just showing...